So I was thinking about something. How many people do you know that are perfect? Like, name one person that you know that is perfect, completely perfect. You know what I mean? I can't think of one person that I know that is completely perfect. So why do we hold ourselves to perfection? You know what I mean? And then get mad at ourselves when we don't, when we're not perfect, or even like get mad at others when they're not perfect in the way that, because we've been taught to believe that in this fallacy of perfectionism. But if you really think about it, not one person, if like literally, if you realistically think about it, do you know anyone that is perfect around you at all? Anyone? Maybe even there's some people that are close in your eyes and your heart that you love, you know. But I mean, are they even perfect? Do you know anyone that is wholly perfect? Wholly, completely perfect? I don't. So why do we why do we, measure ourselves to such an impossible degree, improbable degree, when it's not even attainable? That seems like a fallacy to me. That seems like something that we're just setting ourselves up for failure, and we're setting our expectations up for failure of others as well when we think that they should be perfect and they don't measure up in that way. You know, it's just something I thought about. I was like, weird. I don't know anyone that's perfect. Why in the world am I trying to be so perfect when I don't know anyone? We're all human. No one's perfect, and that's okay. Like, we just need to take away this whole standard of measurement, or measurement of standard, or whatever, of trying to be perfect, because it's not true. It's a lie. It's not. It's not real. It's not reachable. It's not probable. It's not possible. I don't know one person. Not even the heroes of our day. They weren't perfect. You know what I mean? Like, of our day and previous days, legends, they weren't perfect either. And that's what made them human. And that's what made us be able to relate to them and be able to love them as much, and look up to them in the ways that we have, is because they were human and because they did have faults. That is one of my favorite things ever, is like, this is why the new Stranger Things, you know what I mean? I love the fact that Will, of course, you know what I mean? That Will, it turns out to be, has a suit, is turns out to be like 11, or he's the sorcerer. But I love it because he gets his powers from Vecna. And so he gets his powers from darkness, but he uses them for light. He uses them for good, and a good, and I love that. That is like, that touches me somewhere deep, that I love that when that kind of stuff happens. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, I believe in that stuff. I mean, we feel so profoundly because we can experience pain and suffering in the ways that we do, but as long as we use it in a way that is for the highest, best that we can at the time, in any moment, that's all you can do. And that's why it's so inspiring to everyone. It's just something I thought of, though. I was like, this whole perfectionism thing, that, and just another fallacy, just another lie, just another thing that isn't possible, we all try and live up to, and we judge others and ourselves based on something that's not even attainable. And so it needs to be thrown out the window. It's not true.